Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. I'm running the gauntlet of the noise from the flat downstairs. There may be a little bit of drilling or some knocking, and we will see. Now, it's a big day in various countries. So, in my country, it is bonfire night, fireworks day, Guy Fawkes Day. It's all the same thing. We remember the 5th of November because of the gunpowder plot, which happened back in 1605, and I don't mean 4, I mean over 400 years ago, when we had our own attempted insurrection on the Parliament. So I think there's a very different process going through in the USA today, and yeah, political futures will definitely be decided there too. So it's a big day, but it's a big day for Jodawo too, who has been a loyal follower of the channel from long before, Jodawo says, the COVID lockdown, and that's really a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, that is, I think Jodawo has been a follower since before the last presidential term began. That's quite some time. Anyway, Jodawo has been featured a number of times on the channel and is back with a completely new idea this time. We're going to have a look at this between the edges in a moment. Happy birthday to you, Jodawo. I thought your comments on no chocolate cake and not really caring about birthdays once you're beyond a certain age were a little bit mournful. Go on, celebrate your birthday. Although actually I share the view, but there we go. Nonetheless, I'm having some chocolate cake today on your behalf. Now, we will look at this puzzle in a moment. What else have we got to do? Well, there's loads going on. So we're streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, our time, 10 p.m. UK time, that's 11 p.m. Central European time. That is, it's a sort of clock change moment, isn't it? I think it's 6 p.m. East Coast time in the States and 3 p.m. West Coast time, but you may need to apply your own adjustment. Just look in the live section of the channel and it will tell you when that stream is set for, in case I've got the clock change period wrong. There is a period of 2 weeks when the clock change happens in the UK but hasn't yet happened in the US, and they don't align, which is irritating, honestly. Why can't the authorities sort that sort of thing out? Nonetheless, so that's streaming. Patreon, of course, this is the month of the Duality Hunt, the Duality 2 Sudoku Hunt by Skunkworks, where the puzzles all have markings that have to be read for 2 different rules, which is really entertaining. It's a tough set. I think it's tough in that each puzzle is a kind of medium difficulty, but there are 15 of them, so it's quite hard to get through. Lots of people are doing that now, and very well done to them. Pacing yourself, that may be the key. There's always loads of content on Patreon. That's just some of it. My connections videos go up there every 4 or 5 days as well, although technical difficulties sometimes supervene. As they will when we stream tomorrow, no doubt. Well, at the beginning anyway. What else has gone on? We've also, of course, got our merchandise. You could get this wonderful water bottle with a knowledge bomb on it, and Cracking the Cryptic, or Sven's Sudoku Pad. That's another link under the video, along with all of our apps. We feature loads of apps, including Domino Sudoku, and they are all great fun. Do check them out. We are going to be releasing another app within the next week, I believe. So really looking forward to bringing that to you. But for now, we're going to concentrate on Between the Edges by the wonderful Jodawo. And I am going to read you the rules. So first of all, normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 is going to go in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Well, there's 1 black Kropki dot. So the difference between those 2 cells, the ratio between those 2 cells is 1 to 2. One of them is double the other. Not all Kropki dots are given, unsurprisingly. Now, a digit in a circle must have a value between the digits on both ends of the row. So the value in this cell, or the digit in this cell, is between the digits on the end of the row. fair enough. And in a green shaded cell, it's the same thing for the columns. The digit in the green shaded cell has a value between the digits on the end of the column. So that one is in between those two. All circles and green shaded cells are given, all possible circles and green shaded cells. So there's a big negative constraint about this. I don't think the puzzle quite spells out 511, although we could make believe that it did. I don't think it does. Right, that's quite a peculiar, limited rule set. I think it's easily understandable. It's fascinating that this works as a solvable puzzle. Don't really understand what we're getting ourselves into here. You can check the video length and get much more clue than I do. Let's get cracking. Right, well, this central row, all of these 7 circles fall between these digits. They must be 1 and 9. That's got to be right. Then we've got a row, okay, I think this negative constraint is very important. This is not 1 and 9 here, but there are 6 digits. I think we're going to have to imagine the string of digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 6 internal to the perimeter numbers here. And therefore, I don't think they can include 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Another way of saying that is I believe 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 must be in any string of 6 internal numbers. There's more than that, though, in this row. Well, let's just have a look at completeness. So 6 circles in that row, 5 in this one, then 4 in all of these rows, 1 in this row, and none at all in those rows. What are the none at all rows? They mean, I think they mean that the perimeter cells are consecutive. That's the only way to not have any digits that could fall between them. If that was 2 and 4, i.e. not consecutive, then somewhere in the row there'd be a 3 and it would have to have a circle. That's what this rule means. I think what the rule is telling us is the exact difference between the 2 perimeter numbers in every row and column. Is that right? It is. I think that's right. The difference between these 2 numbers is 8 because there are 7 cells that fall between them. And then that is what's happening. So there are 6 cells here. So the difference between these 2, that's what I thought it was, is 7. And this digit that doesn't fall between whatever these 2 are is an extreme digit. That is 1 or 9. Has to be. How are we going to know which is high and which is low? I don't know. Let's consider this column. This column, there is much less green shading. I was wondering for a moment if there would always be the same number of circles and green cells for some holistic reason. But I can tell that there are many fewer green cells in this puzzle than there are circles. So that explodes that first theory. However, surely in this column, it's the same as in this row. The digit that is not in the row, in the internal cells, the digit that is not between must be extreme. I think that's true. It must. And then this one at the other end must therefore be 2 or 8. And I think it's probably going to be worthwhile colouring. Colouring for high against low. What's more, I don't know if this is right. Is this right? My feeling is that the only disambiguator in this puzzle between high and low, possible, is going to be that black dot. And the reason I think that is because if you imagine that the black dot wasn't there, whatever the completed grid of this puzzle ends up as, couldn't you subtract 10 from each digit and have an equally valid solution grid? think you could. I'm not 100% sure on that. Now, I am going to colour. I said I was, and I am. And what am I going to colour? These 1 and 9 are different. Oh, the trouble is, colouring is going to go on the green sometimes if we start getting the grid fully coloured. Can I choose colours that will allow me to know there is a green cell, but also show up as the colours I'm trying to colour? Let's go with orange and light blue. If I make that one orange and that one light blue, what does a coloured... it's not brilliant, is it? It's a slightly different shade of light green for me. That's just orange for me. I mean, that's weird. Okay, I'm going to try totally different colours. I'm going to try dark blue and purple. And then purple here. Now that does look like a mix of purple and green, which is what I want. Maybe that does. Okay, I'm going with blue and purple. I know that's not entirely the best thing for some colourblind people, but I've got to deal with this problem for myself of being able to tell if the greens are green even after maybe colouring them. Well, I think I have. Oh, look, I've only just noticed, blathering away about colouring, that's a 1-9 pair. So this is 2 or 8. And now I think we worked out that this is, one of these two is extreme. Yes, that's definitely right. So that's extreme and dark blue. This one, we know the colour because it's the opposite end of the spectrum from this one, because all of these come in between them. So that is purple. And we've got dark blue there. That is a 1 or 9, so that's purple. That's dark, that's blue. Stop calling it dark blue. Ah, this is blue, because I don't think 1 and 9 can ever go in a circle. This is the blue 1 or 9 by SUDOKU. That's definitely right. This is like between lines, except circles instead of lines. That's got to be this digit in the next box. That's fabulous. And that's got to be blue 1 or 9 in box 3 because of that sitting there looking at that cell. Ah, well, this is quite an exciting colouring exercise. Blue 1 or 9 is in one of those two. No, blue 1 or 9 in column 7 is definitely here. And then there's 2 more blue 1 and 9s to go. I'm not going to part colour them because that would confuse me. Now, we know the colour of this because there are 6 green cells in between purple 1, 9 and that. So that's blue. So I'm getting a lot of blue done and very little purple. Now, I know what this digit... Oh, yes, I do. Well, I know which family it comes from. Because in this column, there's 1 green cell there. That is the only cell that comes between this and this. Otherwise, there would be green cells in some other digit there. So in fact, that is a blue 2 or 8, and this is a blue 3 or 7. I'm beginning to wonder, and I did speculate about this in my head earlier, whether we should have actually started doing placeholder notation until we hit the black dot, which is going to disambiguate the whole thing. Placeholder notation, I should explain, is where you just choose. I could choose that was a 1 and start filling in all of these blue 1, 9 cells as 1s and the purples as 9s, and then this would be a 2 and that would be a 3. And then when I eventually hit the black dot and get the 2 cells on it, I will presumably know whether I was doing it right or wrong, given that there is probably a unique solution. Part of the reason I don't like using placeholder technology is that some people regard it as a form of bifurcation, which we try and avoid. Now, I think it's a perfectly valid technique in some cases, and lots of you have agreed with me on that, which is kind. However, I still do prefer to avoid it. So I'm going to see how long we can carry on with this version of blue and purple and putting digits that add up to 10 in every cell. I think I can fill in this one on this basis. The only digits outside, not in between that and that, are these two. So I think this is an extreme purple, a 1 or a 9. And now, can I fit, oh, you see, if I can put a purple 1, 9 there, I know it's a 1. Ah, I'll tell you what I know, is that is not a purple 1 or 9. Look, I'll show you why. If that was purple 1 or 9, it couldn't be a 9 on a black dot, because that's not allowed to be 4.5 or 18. It would have to be a purple 1, and that would be a purple 2. But that would also be the purple 2 if purple was low. So that's impossible. That is not where 1, 9 purple is in box 4. It's there. Now it's also, oh, the green cells can't have 1, 9 on as well. For some reason that's clear to me that they weren't in the circles. Somehow it didn't work out when I was thinking about that. They can't be in the green cells. So that's purple 1, 9 in box 2. That's purple 1, 9 in box 8. That's purple 1, 9 in box 9. That's purple 1. Oh, this is doable in a way. However, now we're going to have to find other perimeter things, because I've kind of used all of these perimeter digits as perimeter digits wherever they've appeared. Here's one I haven't used, so this is the next column to go to. I can fill in this by counting. Let's imagine that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the green in some order, and this must be 7 in the purple, and therefore I write 7 or 3, because I don't know whether it would have been exactly the same if I'd assumed that was a 9, this would be a 3. So I'm going to work on these 10 sums for every cell. Now, so I've used I've got another perimeter here. So as soon as I get that, I just count the circles if it's a row, or the green cells if it's a column, and I can fill that in. So if that's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's a 7 in the other color because we've gone through the middle. 7 or 3 purple, and we had one of those there as well. That doesn't tell me which of these, unless there's an extension of this rule that 1 and 9 can't appear in the circles. I mean, there is. Once you've got 1 and 9 in the circles, then 2 and 8 can't appear in the circles in this row. I don't know how. Ah, yes, okay, I do know how to use that. I know how to use it a bit. Yes, look, this digit sees both purple and blue, 2 and 8. So that is not a 2 or 8. However, in this row, the external cells, they can't be 1 or 9. They've been used. We've filled in 1 or 9 everywhere in the puzzle, apart from, actually, I can do the last 2 blue 1, 9s. I'm going to do them now because that gets them out the way. There they are. Right. Now, I think one of these two has to be a 2 or 8. Because these two are 5 apart. There are 4 cells in between them. So one of them is it's either a 2-7 pair or a 3-8 pair. One of them is 2 or 8. It's not that cell which sees both blue and purple. It must be this cell which sees blue. So that is a purple 2 or 8, and this is a blue 3 or 7. And the cell in the row that is not getting in to the in-between circles it's not purple 3 or 7, it's blue 2 or 8, because that's outside. I hope you're following. I mean, my brain is just about keeping up with what I'm telling you, so it might be difficult. Now, blue 2 or 8, can it be here in this column? And that this works. It cannot, because, oh, hang on. I don't think this can be blue 2 or 8, because what would it be in between? It would, blue 1 or 9 would have to be on the end in the column, so that can't be. So that is blue 2 or 8. This is doing my head in. I don't get it. Blue 2 or 8 also can't, no, hang on. It can't be in these greens. Yeah, blue 2 or 8 can't be in those greens, or indeed that green, because in this column, again, it's exactly the same thing. Blue 1 or 9 is not in a perimeter, so blue 2 or 8 cannot be included in a between cell. And therefore, in this column, that has become blue 2 or 8. this is a very odd puzzle. If that was blue 2 or 8 in row 8, that, which is consecutive to it in this row, where there are no circles, would have to be blue 3, 7, and it can't be. So that is blue 2, 8 in this row. It can't, I'm just checking, it can't be here, because blue 1, 9 is not in a perimeter. Oh, no, it was because of that. I had seen that before. Right, now this could be blue 2 or 8, but that could be as well in column 1. I mean, I'm going to get some Sudoku groups. Look, I've got a 1, 9, 2, 8 set there. Okay, I think I just keep going in this manner until we get something. It's a very odd method for a puzzle. Right. Purple 2, 8 cannot be there or there by Sudoku in this column. Oh, that's not so helpful because there are no green cells. Oh, I can count the green cells in this column. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that is 8 or 2 and is purple. Yes, everything but 1 or 9 is a green cell. That makes sense to me. Now, that can't be purple 2, 8 in this column. Or can it? Yes, it can. Oh, in fact, that can't be purple 2, 8 in row 3 because we've already had one. So that is purple 2 or 8 on the green. And the colour is just about okay for me to understand. Hope that works for you as well. Now, I haven't got much purple 3, 7ing done. Is that a problem? I just don't know. I've got one purple 3, 7 there and one here. This is a strange old puzzle. It makes it, I think it's all very logical. It would really have got easier at this point with placeholders, I think, in terms of understanding where to look next. But I'm going to plug on this way because I think it's the slightly purer way of doing it. Now, the black dot doesn't have a 1 or 9. Doesn't have a 1 or 9 on. It could be a 3, 6 pair, but there's already a 3, 7 pair looking at that cell. So this would have to be a 6 with a 3 there. What's going on in the column? This digit. Well, it's either 4 or 6. It can't be a 5 on the black dot. It could be 4 or 6, or it's a blue 2, 8. I need to know more about the blue 2, 8s. That's what I need. Right, this is not a blue 2, 8 because it's a between in a row where 1, 9 are not on the perimeter. So that cannot be a blue 2 or 8. This one is the same. This one is exactly the same. 1, 9 are there, not on the perimeter. So for that to be a blue 2 or 8 would put it between something, but blue 1, 9 is not on the perimeter. So those two are not blue 2, 8. That is blue 2, 8 in column 4. I thought that might resolve. It does it? No. Okay, blue 2 or 8 in box 6 is in one of those two. But it's not there because of the circle and that being 1, 9. So it's there. Excellent. Now we get it off the black dot. I think that's probably important. This digit here is now seeing, we actually finished off the blue 2, 8s there, but it's now seeing a 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 sextuple in column 1. The remaining digits are 4, 5, and 6. This can't be a 5. So the black dot is beginning to reveal itself, maybe. That is either a 6 with a 3 here or a 4, but that could be accompanied by 2 or 8. So we need to do more with purple 2 or 8 and prove that this isn't purple 2 or 8. I think either of those can be at the moment, according to their rows. No, in the column, that cannot be purple 2 or 8, because no, it's not green. It's not green. Oh, so, okay, let's think about this column. Might be interesting. These two are consecutive because there are no green cells in the column. Nothing comes between those. So neither end can we have 1, 2, 8 or 9. I don't know, that doesn't feel that helpful. Ah, wait. Now I've thought of something else that does matter, which is that every time we get a number in a perimeter cell, we can just count the circles or green cells in its row and know how far apart it is. So in this row, there's 1 circle. So if that's a 4, that could be a 3 and that could be a 2, but it can't be a 2 because it sees a 2-8 pair. If it's a 6, likewise, this can't be 8 because it sees a 2-8 pair. So it's 2 away from 4 or 6 and it's not 2 or 8. That is the other 4 or 6 in the row. I don't know its colour. I don't know if there's a chance that I can know what its colour is. But I do know that 5 goes in the circle in the row. There's our first digit after 20 minutes, is a weird 5 in a circle. I don't know, that's not going to do anything else, is it? If that's 2 or 8, this is a 3-7 pair, 1 of each colour. And they're unsurprisingly in their between segments of their columns. Ugh. Right, I need to know more about purple 2-8s, don't I? Yeah, hang on. Purple 2-8 is there. Neither of those can be purple 2-8 because purple 1-9, they're green and purple 1-9 is not on the perimeter. So purple 2-8 is definitely here in column 7. See, that might be useful. One of these two is purple 2-8 and we must know whether it's meant to be in a circle or not in this row. I just need to work that out. 3-7 is more inner, so it's out of a circle, so it's here. Purple 2-8 is there. Then one of these two is purple 2-8. It can't be, yes, it could be there or there in, oh, okay, bother. One of these two and one of those two is purple 2-8. Oh, it's an X-wing now. So purple 2-8 in row 6, the only place it can actually go is here. Bingo. Bingo in the sense that I now know this is a 4, but I don't know its colour, so that may be a handicap. But that's a 4. This is a 6. This is now a 3-7 pair, but I don't know their colours, unless something is telling me and I haven't noticed. I can't see what it is if that's the case. Now, this has to be consecutive with this, which is not allowed to be, well, obviously not 1, 9, 2 or 8. It's not allowed to be 6. It can't be 3 and be consecutive, so it's 4, 5 or 7. This is consecutive with this. This has not proved a very profitable way of looking at it. I don't think the column with the 5 in the circle was... Oh, there's a 2 or 8 in the... It's not the circle in the column. Ah, okay. It's not the circle in the column. In this column, there are no greens. It's the greenness. And therefore, these two are consecutive. And therefore, now, they're the same colour of low or high, because they don't include 5. And they are a 3-7 and a 4-6 in some order. And the other two cells in the column are also the same colour and are a 3-7 or a 4-6. But I don't know what. I'm just going to use some temporary holding colours for now. Those are the, and I'm going to put in 3, 4, 6, 7 as candidate digits. I may be just adding to my own confusion, but Now, I'm looking for perimeter cells where, oh, the difference between those, no greens in the, yes, that's either a 3-4 pair or a 6-7 pair. That's what I've done with the colours. Right, let's look for other perimeter cells. We knew it was 1 in that row, the difference, and 1 in that row between the perimeter cells. In this row, we know there are 4 circles. If that's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is a 7 or a 3. We know the colour because of that. It's, I was going to say orange, it's purple. Right, so, oh no. So purple 3 or 7 is in one of those 2 cells. Do I know which one? I don't understand if I do. Can I use this in the row? I mean, I can see that's not purple 3, 7, but it doesn't tell me which one of those is purple 3, 7, I don't think. Bother. Okay, any more unmatched perimeter digits? No, not yet. Okay, I've got to think of something else now. There's a 5 and a 6 in these cells. The 6 and the 4, why can't I colour them? It feels cruel. A cruel punishment that I cannot colour those. Right, this row, that is external. That is external to this blue 2-8 to purple 3-7. And it's not a 1-9, it's a purple 2-8. That's the only other external digit needed in the row. And that means that's purple 2-8. And that's the last one in the grid. So they're all just done now. That really didn't add a lot, but it was necessary and we've done it. Odd ones out. Are there any more odd ones out that aren't really filled in? I don't think there are any non-circles that aren't filled in. Are there any non-greens? No. Even that green, which is an odd one out in its own way, is filled in. So, right. Where's blue 3-7 in this row? It's got to be there. That's good. Now, what I want is both colour 3-7s looking at that or something. Blue 3-7, one of those is probably blue. Ah, that's looking at this cell, so that's purple. That one's blue. Purple 3-7, purple 3-7. One of these is purple 3-7. And I don't know which, yet again. Blue 3-7. Either that or that in box 5 is blue 3-7. And one of these two is blue 3-7 in box 7. I mean, I really haven't approached this in the best way because I'm getting so confused with what I'm finding now. And I thought we would fully unwind as soon as we got something on the black dot. That was a completely mistaken assumption. Ah, 7s are a pair, so that's now a 4-5 pair in those cells. This is a big old 5 X-wing. Is that any use? Don't think so. It keeps 5 out of all of these cells, but it doesn't seem like I'm trying to put 5 into them. Sorry, I'm being a bit slow now. 2, 8, 1, 9 are both gone in this box. These are all from 3, 4, 5, 7. I mean, I think we've put in 1 9s and 2 8s in both colours in every box. They're all fully populated in the grid now. So we've got to move on to 3 7s. The purple 3 7. Ah, all of these can't be purple 3 7. So purple 3 7. Oh, and that one can't. This is the only cell for purple. Look, we've got that and that. Yes, this is purple 3 7. Sorry if you've been shouting at that. So yellow becomes purple, and that is the purple 4 6. Orange becomes blue. I don't know which, yes I do know which way round they go. That can't be the 3-7 because it's in the corner. And this is therefore not the 4-6. So now we're getting progress on blue 3-7s. How are we doing? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 5. I say yes because I can put the 1 into column 7, column 2, box 7 that's needed. There it is. Then I can put this as a blue 3-7, and one of those. No, it's got to be there in box 5, so it's got to be there in box 6. So that's finished off blue 3-7s. How are purple 3-7s doing? Obviously less well so far. Right, we need a purple 3-7 in this row. It's got to go there. That's the sort of thing we want. Purple 3-7s. That's annoying. I can't finish them off unless I can do some... Have I got some unmatched perimeters now? No, all the columns are matched and all the... Oh, sorry, all the row ones are matched. Oh, what is this though in this row? It's 4, 5 or 6. And it's not 5 because they're they're consecutive. So that is 4 or 6. So let's have a look up this column. 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7. In convenient pairs, that is 4 or 5. And that is 4, 5 or 6. So now I'm going to be marking 4, 5, 6 triples and really hoping to get something out of those. That's a 4, 5, 6 triple in this box. This must be from 4, 5 or 6. But again, it can't have a 5 because 5's got to be in one of those consecutive ones. Now, this is from 4, 5 or 6. Is that definitely? Ooh. This must be from 4, 5 or 6 in the row. 1, 9, 2, 8. Ah, there's still a purple 3, 7 in one of those. So the other digits are from 4, 5 or 6. That in the column, that is from 4, 5 or 6. One of those is from 4, 5 or 6, so that is as well in its column. Oh, it's not going to give me joy, is it? I don't know. How, there's no, these are consecutive. That is consecutive with that. But it could still be purple 3, 7. That is consecutive with that. And one of them is purple 3, 7. So one of these is purple 4, 5 or 6. That almost feels like a discovery. But it's not quite enough. Now, here is where we've got the only known coloured 4s and 6s. If that would... Yeah, no. That's not a 5, 6 pair. Can I... Oh, goodness. So this is coloured. That's blue. We did... Sorry, that was another one that I did colour. That means one of these is green 4, 5 or 6, opposite the 5, because green, sorry, is purple 4 or 6. One of these is purple 4 or 6, and that's opposite a 5 down here. Oh, I mean, I'm literally on the verge of completely finishing this off, but I just need one more tiny deduction and we're golden. But it probably involves relating these 4s and 6s to something else, these coloured ones. Oh, I didn't colour this one, it's just sitting in green, so that's blue. That might matter. I've got 4 blues in this row. I don't think that's new information, actually. Is it this column? No, I've filled in... No, I filled in the greens as far as I can. Yeah, that's not doing anything new. I think it's Sudoku at this point, in the manner that I've been doing it. And I just need to figure out how the last steps go together and we're done. That is so frustrating though. I've got a purple 3-7 in one of those cells. I've got a purple 3-7. Oh, well, it's not really known unless, yeah, this is where I need to be cleverer. Purple 3-7s have 3 spots left in that highlighted area. And something is wrong and something is right in those. So they're all circles. There's no differential between them in that way. What's going on here? One of these is a purple 3-7 and is opposite a purple 4-6 here. So that can't be a purple 4-6. It could be a blue one or it could be a 5. Oh, I don't know. Ah, purple 4-6 is in one of those cells because of that. Purple, oh no, it could be there. Oh, bother. I wanted to say that this is not, well, it's not blue because there's only one blue in every 4, 5, 6, so that's not blue. So one of these is blue and the other one is 5. One of these is blue 4-6 and the other one is 5 because there are no green cells in the column. So that is purple. That can't be 5. That's the point. That is a 4. Right, now I can start unwinding first of all the 4, 5, 6s. Gosh, that's a 5. That's a 6. That's a 4. That's a 6. Look, that's looking at this cell. That's a 5. That's 6 beneath it. That's not 6, that's not 6. We've got, oh, that's not a 6, that's not a 6. That's the only place for 6 in the box. 6 is always, oh, this is the point. 6 is always blue. We know the height. Right. I shouldn't finish off the 6s. Well, I'm going to. I'm going to finish what I can do in the 6s. That is 6 by just Sudoku now. That's 6 by Sudoku. That one's blue. 6 is always blue. 6 is high. This is the exciting discovery. Now I've put in the 6s. I can probably put in the 5s and 4s, but, well, that's a 5. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's do the 5s and 4s. That's a 5. That's a 4. That's 5 in the column. That's just Sudoku now. So in fact, those two are the remaining 3 7s in purple, which will be useful in the last phase of the puzzle when I colour everything, or sorry, when I disambiguate all the colours. I'm going to carry on doing these 4s, 5s and 6s because they should be the most difficult digits actually in the puzzle. But we're getting them first for a sort of weird reason that it took up until finding that 6 was blue to determining which was high and which was low. But we are done with that stuff now. Is that 4, 5, 6 in every box? You shout if you see one more. There's a 5, thank you. There it was. That's them all done. Let's colour all the 4s purple. That is their colour. This is a remaining purple 3, 7. And now, since I know that purple is low, I can go to all the 3 7s and make them all 3s if they were purple. They're all 3s. Then I can go to the purple 2 8s and make them all 2s. Look at this. It's beautiful. Then I can do the purple 1 9s and make them all 1s because we know they're low. And then I can get rid of all the colours in the grid because they've done their very thorough job. And now I can highlight all the remaining, as long as I did do everything, every remaining 1 9 is a 9, every remaining 2 8 is an 8, every remaining 3 7 is a 7, and that's it. There we go. What a puzzle. That is tough stuff from Jadalwo. But it's very clever. You can't deny that is very clever. It makes me speculate. Could you find any Sudoku grid and then colour these cells and circle them according to the rule, and then find a disambiguator? I doubt that that would work. I think Jadalwo is a bit cleverer than... I mean, not that that would... Jadalwo's come up with the very clever rule that allows this to solve. I'm just speculating on how hard he then had to work to find a grid that was unique, and that had a smooth solve path. And I suspect he did quite a lot of work, because he's a very smart guy. So thank you very much for watching. What an entertaining and weird puzzle. But we hope to bring you more Sudoku tomorrow. Do join us then, 8:30 p.m. and 11. But much more importantly, join us at 10 for the stream. And we're playing Temetsi again. And then you can watch my video, which comes out an hour later, a little later after that in your own time. Bye for now.